after the COVID, being back on the Farnborough is really the very nice things. I feel very energetic here. And this time we bring our more equipments. But before continuing, I want to introduce my deputy chairman, Ömer Cihat Vardan.
Well, welcome all. Thank you very much.
Okay, as I said, we are in the Farnborough, and after the COVID issues, and we bring our equipments, we can talk about them, and hopefully next year we're gonna have more flying equipment. This time only the Turkish and the attack helicopter show the air show, the show actually. Next time we're promising the Hürjet and Gökbey with the sky, later on the fighter, Turkish fighter, inshallah. And maybe good idea is going to do the question answer, or just you want me to review the things in the beginning, what we are doing. Okay, let's start with question and answers.
Can you bring us up to date with MMU TFX and where you are in the program, and particularly on what's happening with engine work?
Right. On the TFX, actual rollout is on the 18th of March 2023. So it's about 230 days, I believe, left. So we're counting. There's a counter every day. One day is decreasing, and that rollout will be engine run. So this means I have the engine already. Engine is F110 engine from the GE. We received the engine already, and this is the today. But first flight will be in 2 years later, 2025, still at the 18th of March. And I don't know, 18th of March. 18th of March is our Gallipoli victory. Gallipoli victory. And the First World War, Gallipoli victory. Okay, so that's the 18th of March. It's important day for us. And first flight in 25, delivery is by 28 on our Air Forces. And we put all basic things together. Actually, when we design and building the fighter, also we designing and building the industry also. In Turkey, there is no aerospace industry like in the UK or the US or Russia, this kind of things. We're building them. This means we completing our wind tunnel. So until now, we do test in the UK, South Africa, in the US as a wind tunnel testing, let's say. And all that mechanical testing, the lightning testing, a bunch of things, that facility we put together. Some of them already finished, the others finishing this year. So that's the one. If you're building the fighter in Turkey, you need to build it. Second one, of course, we need to engineer. So Turkey doesn't have that many aerospace engineers. Although we're hiring from the overseas and also be a system supporting us with the engineers, but we're hiring 1,000 engineers a year. So we are right now the 5,000 in the program, the fighter program TFX is 1,000 to 100. 1,000 to 100 engineer. So this engineer, of course, we hire the youngs, which is no experience on it. That's good. So we fight with them, we train them. In 2 years they became productive. So that's another part. Second part, we built the human resources in Turkey. And the third one on the subsystem, landing gear, flight control computers, all that, the equipment, we need to build them in local also, in Turkey. This is why we put together companies on the, let's say, the subsystem. They're still functioning, and some of them we're buying from overseas as a cost item, but most of them we do ourselves. Let's say the canopies we do with the Turkish companies, So that's the third part. And so rollout in the 18th of March 2023 is really the big milestone for us with the engine run. and this means somehow we completed the aircraft. And the first flight 2 years later is challenging. We know we like the challenge, and hopefully deliver by 28. And it's a big move for Turkey. It's a top projects. Is low observer, STAL, and the Super Cruise, and then all the features that the other fifth generation fighter they have on it. Of course, we are not ourselves only Turkish Aerospace, merhaba. And we have sister companies, Aselsan, Roketsan, Havelsan, and so on. And also other Turkish the private companies on defense, they're advancing. You can imagine our progress going non-linear. This means this way. So sometimes, same time we're building capability, same time we're building the human resources, same time we're building the knowledge, and the next day all the things we do the previous day they support us. It's a non-linear approach. So it's going very fast track. I believe 18th of March will be the nice milestone, and you'll see. Yeah, you have a question.
If you've received the engine now, what happens between now and March 2022 when you have the first engine running?
No, we have the first. We have the engine for the prototypes, and until 28, we have the engine until 28 prototype engine. For prototype, we're using the existing the GE F110 engine, and of course Turkey will build his own indigenous engine, and the decision is not made yet. But let's say we have a subsidiary they called TR Motor. Is our subsidiary. TR Motor is our subsidiary, a company, and he's staffing with the engineer. Sorry, and also he will compete on the tender process for the fighter engine.
So you talk a little bit about that tender. So are you looking for, is TR Motor looking for a Western partner then to develop?
I mean, TR Motor gave the quotation himself already, and there's a tender process in Turkey. Hopefully they make decision, but we're working in advance and do the preliminary study for engine design. So by 28 we're going to have our own engine.
Oh right, and that's quite certain. We're not evaluating a Turkish engine against
No,
a Western
no, this
engine
is for
for
the,
production.
yeah. I secure engine by 28, but in 28 will be indigenous Turkish engine.
How confident are you on that 2028 timescale, given that that's quite a challenging timescale for an engine?
I know.
No, it's a very
I know.
challenging timescale.
No, but also trust us, we have experience on the fast development,
What
and
experience do you have? They're a new company?
no, I have personal experience on the fast
yeah.
development.
Well, I know
You
you
know.
do, but this is a new company, TR Motors.
It's not that much new. It's about 3 years old, 4 years old actually, and the issue is this way. And if you're building the infrastructure with the product same time, and if you do the right way, and this fit each other, you learn what you are doing, and that's a non-linear progress.
But what experience, what have they done already then in the 4 years? What have they produced?
They have preliminary design, engine design already. They have the engine which could be fit on our fighter. Yes. Also, maybe you should appreciate there are new tools and to design the flying equipment, engine, aircraft and so on. And in your knowledge, we're using the full suite from TUSAŞ and Siemens, PLM systems. We're using state-of-art the softwares actually commercially available to everybody. And in terms of the computing powering, we have no problem. We have the large computers, and we have the young genius that they play with them. Yeah.
So just a follow-up question on the engine. So in case by 2028, if the engines are not ready, then is there still a fallback plan that you have wherein you will utilize probably one of the other partners or the existing prototypes or things like that? the other engine
No,
manufacturers?
the F-110 engine is good enough for this the fighter the functioning actually. It's not became stalled. It's not became the fifth generation with the F-110 engine, but it's became much better than the so many aircraft. You know.
Did you look at the Indian experience with the LCA and the indigenous engine and learn anything from that?
We're studying everybody's, but we have confidence. If you allow me, go this red boy, this the jet trainer, your jet. It's not the TFX. This internal funded, and we using the new design techniques. In the 5 years, it's ready to fly. I don't know. You see the cockpit. It's strange design because our young engineer designed it. They put all the features on the large array display. But I'm saying there is a new world to make a cockpit. It became faster than others. The other company building similar equipment, if you know it, you know, and we do it faster than others. So we do this one in front of this one. Actually, I mean, we are new on the aerospace. I'm not hide that one. So first we built this boy. This is a small boy. Huh? He's flying very well. I don't know if you see it. So we built this one, another program, separate program with a separate division. Attila leading them, in order to support this one. So what we learn from here, it's a flying. On the 18th of March, it's supersonic, 1.4? 1.4 Mach. First time, my company, from this humble turboprop, in the 5 years, 1.4 Mach. And later on,
So it's
1.8.
going to fly on 18th of March?
Yes, it's flying 18th of March. In 200 days.
So it's the same day you roll out
Oh, yeah.
TFX.
Okay.
Everything, yeah. We do so many things on the same day. This also,
Exactly.
we do the same day also.
Same one.
We are
When
crazy.
will you fly the Herjet?
Huh?
When will you fly the Herjet?
In 200 days. So, actually, what I need to take the notice, if a company like us doing several projects in the same time, of course, this is a big headache. It's kill us, frankly speaking. But you produce synergy. Rotate the people. You know, I mean, we built the simulator for this one, as the engineering simulator. It was gorgeous, but when they built for this one, oh, it became, I almost cried. When I see the first time the simulator of this one in full functioning flying equipment on the ground, and I almost cried.
What engine?
This is the progress, you know. Yeah, if you get the trouble, life became easier.
Which engine have you chosen for her jet?
Your jet is 404, F404. Yeah. So, as I said, what we are experiencing, if you have so many things at the same time, really you get a big headache. But all of the young engineers, they are hungry to success. We give them the best equipment in terms of the design, testing. You know, we're building right now completing lightning labs in Turkey. Is 3 million volts, I think is world class. You know, all that mechanical testing, what we learn from here, we have the full scale testing of this one first. This is flying already. We're delivering end of this year. End of this year, we're delivering this one to the Turkish the customers. And when we do the full scale testing, we learn how we're gonna do so many actuators at the same time, you know. So it's became the full scale testing. We built the iron board for this one, you know, to experience aircraft on the ground. So we're using that one here. So it's crazy.
If you're delivering Gokbey
To Jandarma,
to Jandarma,
Turkish
so you don't
Jandarma.
need EASA certification.
EASA come later. Unfortunately, we are not member country, you know. You should be member country. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, you need to build them here.
Where
We
is-
are like on the UK case.
Where is TEI in terms of the But the indigenous engine.
Engine, they almost delivering the engine to us. But right now this is flying with the LH-Tech engine, and I secure enough LH-Tech engine also. I'm gonna deliver this one with the LH-Tech engine. But TI engine is ready also. It's here in the shop.
The indigenous engine.
Yeah, it's here there. Yeah, they bring him here.
Another question on the project and TFX. While of course they're indigenous projects, what is the level of support that you're seeking from others? Of course, it can't be 100% indigenous. Is there a percentage of support that's
No, for
needed
the
by outside?
jet trainer, we don't care about 100%. Yeah, this is a more commercial product. It's not strategic. But for the fighter, of course, it should be 100%. There is no way around it. I mean, making the canopy is difficult. You know that things. And the fifth generation fighter canopy, style canopy is difficult. But Turkish company is doing it.
Even including avionics and
The avionics is Turkish made. Avionics already, flight control computers, everything built already. And we tender about 3-4 years back,
Can you explain the full background to how you reached decisions on TFX engine? I mean, going back to discussions with Kiel Group, the partnership and so forth, and then why the decision G110 and indigenous? It seems like it's
Right.
a long path.
No, engine is a tender process in Turkey. We're not doing tender. The government doing it. And we are the participant on that tender. My company, the working in advance, about last 4 years, make sure that we prepare ourselves. But there is no decision, so I don't want to make comment with it, but we prepare ourselves. We exercise.
Sorry, there is no decision on. Sorry,
What you said?
there is no decision on.
Who's gonna do the engine is not decided yet.
Yeah, but you just said it has to be 100% Turkish.
No, decision will come very soon. Very soon. But we prepare ourselves. No, a fighter is a national fighter, at that time should be 100% indigenous. Otherwise, you cannot be national.
You mentioned BAE systems. Now, the early stages of designing that.
We working
you
together.
You worked with BAE.
We are working together again. We continue. We are right now the phase 1, stage 1, and we keep continuing working with the BAE system.
In what way? Can you describe further what is the cooperation?
There is
I mean,
about
you
there is about 100. There is about 100 engineers working with us in Ankara.
Oh, British.
British, yes. That's the BAE system. That we are working about 4 years.
Is there a next phase of that work? with
Next
these?
phase will come very soon. We're expecting the Turkish government make decision. We give our quotation.
Does that require more engineers, or it just means that there will be furthering?
From the BAE system? So this is, of course, depend to the government decision. I don't want to make comment on it. And of course, we are also hiring people from overseas. Experienced engineer is accessible. And also we working with some UK companies. They provide us engineers in Turkey.
Mr. Kotil, how can you define the cooperation level between the UK and the UK companies and the Turkish side? Is it more design phase or other engineering stages as well?
Actually, there is the G2G agreement between the UK and Turkish government, and it's about the 6+ year, I believe, maybe 7th year is in progressing, And we appreciate this government relation. It helps us, and they work very flexibly with the UK resources, And the B system is one of them, but we are hiring the British engineer through other companies also. This is just engine works, And we're building our aircraft ourselves. We have our engineering building, we have the hangar, specific, all infrastructure basically done actually. Right now, all the parts, we're cutting the parts, machining them. And all the jigs and tools is ready already. So we're putting it together, and maybe by October you will be able to see the machines, actually aircraft. This already, the structurally completed. This will complete by the October.
Well, how defined is the Turkish Air Force requirement for TFX? I mean, have they produced a very long requirements document?
Oh, we start working with the Turkish Air Force by 2010. It's not a project. All that requirement coming down from about 12 years. And so, I mean, we align with them. And today, our Air Force pilot able to fly with our TFX simulator. So they try the capability of this pilot.
I presume that's some kind of prototype simulator.
No, simulator means you have mathematical model, and you fly there as it is real. I mean, model is model, huh? It's sweet. So they know how the handling qualities of aircraft, they know all already.
Like the last question.
Yes.
I mean, all these programs need a lot of money. So how much money do you get from the Turkish government for the different programs? Can you tell us?
Yeah. And money is the less important thing. I'm coming from airline business, you know. Airline guys doesn't care about money, you know. And this is internally funded. This company funded. Of course, I have a government company, so I'm using government money, you know. It's internal. I'm trying to show the strength. And this is government funded, of course. And we have, I cannot maybe talk about the numbers, but we have enough money. On the COVID, we didn't stop working. We keep continue push, you know. And we invest on the composite facilities, 95,000 meters square as a facility to support this one. And we keep continue on the COVID also, all infrastructure, buildings, everything, you know. And this is also government funded. And this is also the government funded, you know. So thanks to the Turkish government. But the money is sorry, I'm talking this way, maybe it makes it strange to you, but I'm coming from airline. It's a successful operation. Money is fine. Most difficult one is human resources, nice people. We need to find nice people. We are not in Turkey only, we are overseas also. We have engineering office, so many different places. We mean on it, we're gonna deliver inshallah.
Can we at least get a ballpark figure of the investment, if possible, just to get a general sense and idea?
No, I mean, this is a fifth generation fighter. You can make your numbers. That number is not maybe discussable, but I have no money problem.
And what about the impact of the exchange rate at the moment? Is that hurting your ability to hire engineers? It's gone from 2 to 21 in 10 years, and that's
no. Actually, this is my 6th year in the Turkish Aerospace. I'm coming from Turkish Airlines, and I hired about 4,000 engineers, and 1,000 became 5,000. Huh? And there are some people leave. That's normal. Huh? So this means more than 4,000 I hire, and most of them are young, fresh engineer. When they are studying on the school, last 2 years we start to train them as a student. Last 2 years we start training them, and 1 day or 2 days a week they work for us. We pay them, you know. And so we put a system together, a fresh, of course, you know, good engineer, huh? A fresh good engineer. How became the fighter? That's the most important, most difficult part for me, you know. And hopefully we can invite in Turkey. We show you this nice machine built by kids, you know. The technician, it's built by kids, you know. Kids mean 20 years old. And the technician we're using here, of course, they are experienced technician, of course. workforce by nature, but most of them is fresh graduate to school next to us. There are 2-year college, Gazi University 2-year Aerospace Engineering College, you know. And that students in the first day they start working for us, 2 days a week. When they graduate in the third year, we give them another 6-month training and they will be able to build this one. So we experience new engineering tools, new manufacturing tools. There is state-of-art manufacturing tool, commercially available state-of-art manufacturing tool, commercially available state-of engineering tools, and youngs. No language barriers. That's what we're practicing. That's why we believe it's gonna come. But we actually invite to Ankara, please come. And we want to show you that on the site. What's going on?
What's the level of investment, of internal investment on the trainer jet?
Trainer jet, this is about $1 billion piece, you know. It's about $1 billion piece. Billion. No, to make a prototype. Make the 4 prototype. But also I signed contract with the Turkish Air Force already.
You've done, how many have they ordered?
12.
To replace T-38?
Yes, exactly. And delivery starting with 2025. First delivery is 2025.
What about the Herkushes that you've delivered to the Turkish Air Force? Are they in service yet? What's going on with those?
We're exporting them right now. Export going in front of the deliveries. We prepare for the Air Force already.
But they've been built.
It's built and we're selling them. It's a good exportable machine.
It's been sold already.
Sorry, I need to run. But please come to Ankara.